go live stream.
Good to see everybody. Who's on mute? Was I not supposed to unmute?
Please do. Nobody will talk unless I talk. I'm doing this Zoom Facebook thing, so I'm kind of occupied right now.
Multitasking.
It's great to have you back, David. I remember you from last
Michelle,
week.
y'all are in a different place. I see different scenery behind you.
We're on the back porch. We'll see. If we start sweating, we may need to cool down.
Well, I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good
I'm
to see
excited.
you guys as well.
Everybody else is familiar. That's great. Vig and Julia and Sam, and of course Bianca and Randall and Joy are some of our upcomingly new members. And Fred, how you doing, Fred?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Hey, Glenn.
Hey.
Oh, and Zane. I might have missed Zane earlier. I think you just came on the screen.
Okay, Steve just texted me. All these people are having problems logging in, and sucks to be them because I got to run the meeting. So if you guys, somebody could get a hold of Laura Johnson and Steve Watt, and they're texting me. And so unfortunately, I cannot. We're going to go ahead and start this. So if you guys, could our club members help our other club members, that would be helpful. But
Yeah, I'm working on Steve.
what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and start brags. And so let's go to people that know what they're doing. So the new ones, well, what we do is normally we do, people put in $1 and they're able to talk about something. Obviously, we're not going to do $1 now. So what we're going to do is just let you tell us about something in your life, something good news. It's always great to hear good news. So I will start with, oh, who's got their Joy? You're unmuted.
Yay. I will brag about my daughter and in the same breath ask for prayers for her. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that she's at Army boot camp. And yesterday morning, they started, her company started the Forge, which is a 3-day, 2-night field excursion where it's like their final test. So if you would just, I'm so proud of her, but if you would just keep her in your prayers as they're going through this, because I know it's not pleasant.
Awesome. She's got a lot going on in her life.
She does.
Definitely. Let's next, how about Jim? Jim, you just hopped in and you're muted. We're doing brags. You got to unmute yourself. He is not unmuting himself. Okie dokie.
Jim, unmute, Jim. There we go.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey there.
Give us a brag.
I guess I finished my brag. Nobody told me.
You were able to get on.
So did you have one for us?
I did. Okay. Well, I wanted to, again, thank all the medical workers for all the hard work they're doing. My daughter's one of them. And the stress they're under for treating this COVID-19 and keeping people healthy is remarkable. More
Yes.
power to them.
Definitely. It's a brag just to have them taking care of all of us in our time of need. Do we have any other brags? Come on.
I just want to brag how excited I am that like half our group is all new or visitors or, you know, soon to be members. And I think that's awesome. Glad to have you guys here.
It is.
What she said. What she said.
What she said. All right, Steve's coming in. We'll do a brag while he's getting situated. How about Sam? I know you're going to leave early. You got a brag for us?
I do, Alex. I had a nose procedure about a month ago, and this past Friday I got cleared to finally swim, so I can finally cool off in the summer heat, and so I'm very thankful for that. That's my brag.
That is a brag.
Yeah.
Bianca, I bet you're jealous. Have you been able to swim this summer?
Since my family's being very careful with COVID, I've been over to one of my friends' house that has a pool. So one time.
For those that don't know, Bianca was captain of the Plano Senior High School varsity swim team on the girls' side. So she swam a little bit in her life. So Sam, sounds like you're swimming more than her. So good job.
Love the water, Alex. I love the water.
So Steve, you're on. You want to take over brags for the next 10 minutes?
Unmute, Steve.
Yourself.
How's it going?
Good.
Great.
Michelle, y'all got anything to brag about today?
Yeah, I've got a brag. Here's my dollar.
Okay, Fred, it's upside down.
I got a surprise phone call the other day. Steve's wife called me because she was trying to get hold of Steve's dad, Fred. But we had a great conversation. And,
She didn't tell me
anyway,
about that.
those of you who don't know Janice, she worked at Barron for how many years? 30 years?
Well, since it became an elementary school again, before that it was special needs or something like that for a pretty good while. Yeah.
But anyway, and a great wife for Steve. Somebody's got to keep him in line, but was always.
I tell you what,
time.
it's barely doable. I used to be in Boy Scouts and I earned the badge untrainable.
Untrainable.
Who else wants to brag today? This beautiful first red air temperature heat warning day with the high humidity and high temperatures.
I bragged already before you got on, but since you mentioned my name, I'll do one more quick brag now that I see that Vivi's on as well. I am very proud of Vivi and her. She just finished her presidential year of her Rotary Club and had her installation. When was that? 1 or 2 nights ago, or whenever that was. And
Sunday.
And
Sunday.
was it okay? Yeah. And so we're proud of Vivi and the whole club and Vig, and we're proud of what y'all are doing. So.
Thank you.
Let's see, who can I get to do a little bit of talking today? How about Joy? Joy, you got any brags? Or
I did. I bragged on
Julia?
my daughter.
Okay. See, Julia Lynn's on today. Julia, you got anything you want to brag about?
Yes, I want to brag about my friend who decided to pick me up some boba while he was out. So I really appreciated that he thought of me during that time.
Nice.
It's great to see everybody here today. Has Zane bragged about anything yet?
No, not yet. But I will brag about. I'm going to be a member of the Plain and West Rotary Club today at the vote, so I'm excited for that.
That's awesome. Hey, Vig, you want to brag about anything?
Well, let's see. I don't know. Michelle's already stole our brag, so let me think of something. No, it's awesome that you're bragging about us, but honestly, yeah, the club is doing great, and I'm really excited for this year because I know I'm gonna brag for Nicole because I know she's our starting president, and I know she's gonna do great because she comes from a large background of Rotary, and for the longest time she's like, I don't know if I could be a good president. I was like, I don't know if I could have been a good president, but you are way more qualified than I am. So I'm very excited for her this year.
That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing. How about Mike Walker, not a Texas Ranger, but an umpire? Or ref, excuse me. Wear stripes, referee.
Unmute, Mike.
Mike, you need to unmute.
You can see my lips moving, nothing's coming out.
Yeah.
I wanted to brag on Alex. He's doing a great job. And then second, I like to brag on a good golf game I had this morning.
Isn't that nice?
Where do I send my $2?
Well, looking all the red in your face, we could tell you just came off the court. You just came from golfing.
That's hilarious. It's 12:10. Do you want me to keep going, Alex?
Yeah, we're going to try to use a little technology on the voting. We're going to use the polling and Zoom, so it's going to go by a lot faster. So let's do brags till 12:15.
All right. Anybody else joined us that wants to brag?
I think I'll brag.
Okay.
Just real quickly. I just wanted to brag on my daughter. She just got her first job. She started yesterday, 16 years old, and she's very excited about it. She was probably more tired than I've ever seen her in her lifetime. But I'm just proud to see her doing so well and taking on that responsibility. So just a proud dad moment.
That's good.
That's always a great day in a dad's life when his daughter gets gainful employment.
Yes, absolutely.
Shows hope she might be off the payroll someday.
Oh.
Hey, Sam, have you bragged yet?
I have. I did talk about I can swim in pools now.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Big day. Big day.
Now we just got to keep water in the pool. It's evaporating quickly. How about Mr. Frankenfield?
Oh, I already did, thank you.
Steve, I have a brag.
About the medical course.
All right, Lisa Leach.
So I want to brag on, I got two brags. One of them is a little bit premature, but on Monday is my last infusion.
Nice.
So it finishes out my treatment, that I've been going through for a year. And then I'd like to brag on Alex for bringing in all of these new young members. Because we have been trying probably for how many years, guys? Maybe 15, 20 years.
And we were
bring
younger
in.
for a time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm happy to see all of these younger people joining. Makes me happy.
And Lisa, I'm going to count myself as one of those young ones.
Yes, of course, of course. And me too.
I'm digging that.
So what's it take? 3 new young members, maybe 4 to equal our age?
Well, right now, based on our club average, if they're under 70, it's a young member. So
yeah,
all 5 are younger members. We're doing good.
That's hilarious.
Maybe 65. I won't push it up to 70, but we're
Our
helping.
club average age is going to go way down with 218.
Yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah.
Too bad that's not employees make my insurance go down.
Yeah.
You know, on healthcare, get the company average down. I'm going to brag. I've got a Wagyu brisket that I'm cooking for July 4th, and the whole family's going to be at the lake house, and we're going to have a good time.
What time do you want me?
Yeah.
If you want to come down to Richland Chambers, be there Saturday about 1 o'clock.
Any beer?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If you like Blue Moon, Corona, and a few IPAs.
That'll work.
Sounds
I
like
always
it's
count on my kids to come up with interesting IPAs to give a try to. Alex, it's time to let you take the lead.
There we go. Well, I will give a brag. I'm actually going to give a brag, and then we'll move into prayer and pledge. I want to brag on the Plano Community Rotary Club, as Michelle said. Not only did they have a great year, but the first Rotary Club in the district, they earned a Rotary citation with gold and possibly platinum, because this is the last day. So Vig, talk to Vivi about that. You guys could pull in a member today and actually get platinum distinction. So very impressive. They've put on 4 new members, and they might have a 5th. I'm kind of really pressuring Vivi here to get it done. So that's impressive. Then also, I want to congratulate Julia, because the Plano Senior High School Interact Club, they achieved the Rotary citation with platinum distinction. And I will also honor the Clark High School Interact Club, of which Julia was the founder of it. And they received the platinum distinction this year as well. So all the organizations that we sponsored have just kicked butt. And our club received a Rotary citation with the gold distinction. So we have the trifecta we've achieved. And so that's just really exciting. So congrats to all those presidents, John, Julia, Ariana for Clark, and Vivi for the Plano Community Rotary Club, because it just means we are fulfilling Rotary's mission and serving our community and fellowshipping and making a difference. So it's exciting that we're all part of that. Well, with that, I would like to, I didn't introduce at noon. I'm Alex Johnson. I am the president of the Plano West Rotary Club. Very excited. We have a great club. We do a lot of things, and all of you have volunteered with us. And so what we'd like to do to kick off our meeting, we're going to have Mr. Fred lead us into prayer, and then Ike will lead us into pledge afterwards.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you bow with me, please? Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come together. We thank you for the joy of laughter, because it sure relieves a lot of stress in like these. And we want to be mindful of all the prayers that were raised by Joy and her daughter, taking care of her. And we're so thankful, and we praise you for the work that Lisa has done and her diligence and everything to battle cancer. And we hope that everything works out for her and her family as well. We ask you will take care of our first responders, our medical personnel, troops, and our world leaders as they make decisions. And this is a joyous occasion for several reasons. Number one, Alex will do a great job as president. He's really infused us and inspired us to go to the next level. And I'm so grateful for the young folks that are joining Rotary, and proud of those that have gone through the RILA program and really stepped up to embrace Rotary and the motto of service above self. And we ask you will bless this Rotary year, help us to be innovative, help us to do the small things, because sometimes you don't want to sit around waiting for something that's very large to accomplish, but it's little things that count. And we ask your presence in our lives, and help us to do what we have to do, but then let us place on your shoulders those concerns that we have no control over. So bless this club, and bless President Johnson as he takes the gavel and leads us forward. In your son's name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Mr. Ike.
Good morning, afternoon. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ike. Excellent. Well, today we have an exciting meeting. Right now, at 12:30, we're going to have Zain and Bianca. They're going to present a young adults initiative that they put together in order to increase our young membership more. So that's exciting. But before that, we have a number of club votes. We have 7 club votes. We're going to vote on a new constitution, a new bylaws, and our 5 new members. And somebody educated me on a Zoom capability of the polls. So I created a poll so we can do this quickly. Now, I have to ask, the prospective members don't vote and our guests don't vote. This is only for the Rotary Club members to vote. Now, if we just have a clean vote, then I can announce it. But if it's, I do have the ability of itemizing it at the end of the meeting. So hopefully we'll see how this goes. We've never done this before. I've never done this before, but you're gonna see, you know, all the whole ballot slate, and then you're gonna do the voting, and don't worry, no one's gonna know how you vote. So here we go. So if everybody could go ahead and vote, members only. So while everybody's voting, this saved us about 15 minutes of me going through and announcing it. So this is pretty awesome.
Very awesome. Excellent process.
By the way, Glenn and I are vote the same way, even though we only got 1 count.
Good point. Thank you for telling me. I hadn't thought about that.
Actually, we get like 5 counts, so it's
true. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. I am going to end the polling. Does anybody need more time? Any members need more time? Okay, I'm counting down 1 to 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, this makes it nice and easy. I will share the results. So, congratulations to our new members. We have Bianca Weimer, we have Zain Kalson, we have Laura Johnson, we have Joy Hinkleman, and we have Randall Levingston. All of you have been volunteering with us for a period of time. We're so excited that you are joining our club. Congratulations. Next week, we're going to have the formal inductions. But I think, Bianca, you're going to be delayed, right? Because you have a conflict?
I'll have to check. I think I'm clear for next week.
Oh, yay. Because I know last month. So we will be inducting all 5 of you next Tuesday. So congratulations. And thank you, Plano Rotary Club, for approving the new bylaws and guidelines. Now we are consistent with Rotary International. So they will be happy and we're going to be happy. And so with that, we just saved probably 15 minutes. We are done. So basically next on our agenda is our program with Bianca and Zain. And actually we have 8 minutes to spare. So do you guys want to start early, or do you guys want to see me sing and dance?
We can start early.
Okay, well, I would like to introduce our newly elected club members, Bianca Weimer and Zain Kalson. Even though they were just voted in today, they have been actively working on behalf of our club for probably the last couple months. As everybody knows, Bianca's going to be our new public image chair, and Zain's going to be our membership chair. And both of them have been reaching out to members, polling, asking questions, getting to know each other. They both have also secured mentors, of which I'll let them talk about who their mentors are for the club when they go through the program. So I'm very excited that 1, they're part of our club. 2, they have a lot of great ideas, a lot of great energy. And as we've talked earlier, our club is kind of on the older side, like way older side. And so they have a great plan on increasing our younger membership. So with that, I will turn it over to our newly elected members, Bianca and Zain, and let you guys take it away. Oh, wait, I got to give you co-host ability, right? Don't you have presentations?
Yeah. Yeah, give it to Bianca.
So you're controlling all of it. All right, go for it, Bianca.
Thank you. All All right, so we have a quick little Powtoon presentation, and then we'll get into all the details. So let me share my screen with everyone. All right. One second, let me try pulling it up. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed that little presentation. And so now Zain and I are going to get into a little bit more of the details and what all that means. So first we kind of want to start with, what is the Young Adult Initiative? And this is just a way for us to try to engage young adults and kind of get the younger audience more involved with Rotary. And we're looking at Rotaractors and non-Rotaractors, anyone aged from 18 to 35. And hopefully with the Rotary Club that Zain and I are attempting to start at UTD, we will gain some interest in those members to join kind of this initiative and join the Plano West Rotary Club also. And staying connected with RILA campers and interactors as they go through their high school journey and making sure they know about opportunities like this initiative for when they get out of high school and are wanting to continue their Rotary journey. And a lot of it has to do with creating awareness about our club to young adults. And this initiative has a lot of opportunities that will interest and motivate these young adults to join. So we briefly covered the requirements in that little Powtoon, and Suzanne and I are now gonna get down to the nitty-gritty stuff. And so the first requirement is the young adults who join this initiative must do one service project per quarter. And our motto is service above self. So we really want to encourage young adults to serve by requiring them to have this commitment to one project per quarter. And I know Michelle is working really hard on getting plenty of opportunities for service, like 2 projects a month. So with this, there should be plenty of service projects scheduled and plenty of opportunities for these young adults to fulfill that requirement. And hopefully by having all these vast variety of project opportunities, they will feel motivated to volunteer and serve more than their required amount. And this requirement will kind of give them a sense of involvement and give them a taste of the kind of impacts that our club has on the community.
Yeah, so another requirement that we're going to have is we're going to require that members that join through the Young Adult Initiative join a committee. And so the reasoning for this is that Rotary International as a whole wants a lot of young people to join, right? But young people aren't going to be enticed to join if they aren't advocated for. And the way that you go about that is allowing them to take on leadership roles. You know, when a young adult sees another, you know, young adult that's serving in a leadership role, that's, you know, being respected by the club members, that's, you know, having opportunities to really get involved, they're going to be enticed to join as well. And so having young adults being part of this committee, being part of a committee, will really help them to gain, you know, leadership skills, help them to get to know the members better, and it'll really help them bring new ideas to the table and infuse the Rotary Club, you know, with more members that are willing to participate in committees and whatnot. And so for an example where that would be, like Bianca's a public image chair, right? And she's a marketing major at UT Dallas. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the priorities and the needs and you know, kind of get a feel for what the new members want to do, and we're going to align that with the club. You know, there's so many different avenues that one can serve within the club. You know, membership, public image, service projects, all these types of things. And so we're basically, by making them join a committee, we're also going to make them join something that, you know, interests them. And so, like I said, Bianca is the public image chair. She's already been, you know, learning marketing tactics, helping, you know, develop our new website, and, you know, get to see the behind the scenes between our, on our social media, all of those types of things. And she's also reached out to many of you for testimonials. And so all of this is part of engaging young adults. And you know, when we bring in more people, they're also going to be doing these same types of things. They're going to be getting involved with things that they're interested in within Rotary and getting engaged with the club. And again, like I'm going to be the membership chair, so I'm going to be focused on you know, recruiting new members, retaining our current members. And so recently I've actually surveyed you know, most of the members of Plano West Rotary Club, and you guys have done a great job responding. And so now I'm going to be taking all this input to better the membership experience, to develop a membership strategic plan. And that also benefits me as well as the club, because, you know, membership is something that I'm passionate about. And, you know, I'm going to use all of this information, all of this experience to help inform, you know, my personal, you know, activities within membership as I go throughout my Rotary journey. So as you can see, this committee requirement is really trying to engage young members through the Young Adult Initiative into the Plano West Rotary Club. And young adults really do want this leadership experience. And so by, you know, offering this opportunity to them, offering them a place in our club, a place to have a voice, that's really going to entice them to really engage with our club and, you know, continue to enhance and build upon our goals for the future. And so another requirement that we're going to have is we're going to require everyone who joins through the Young Adult Initiative bring another young adult to a club event. And so this is really a great way to get young adults' family and friends involved in Rotary. And as you all know, many of you, you know, stay in Rotary because not just the service, but also the fellowship. And so having that fellowship is important. And so this is a great way to engage the members that are already in the club that joined, to bring in more young members and, you know, get them involved with the Rotary spirit. And so, yeah, we really just want to encourage young adults to bring their friends and their family and, you know, give back with the people that they love.
So then we get into, well, how much is it going to cost for these young adults? And for the young adults interested in this initiative, there will be a subsidized rate available. This means that they'll be paying half of the $200 annual membership fee, so $25 quarterly. And of course, if there's any kind of financial difficulties, we can always work that out with the individual. The rate will apply for the first year with the club, so the young adults get a chance to see if, you know, Rotary is something that they're truly passionate about, they're interested in, and want to keep in their life. The other $100 will be paid out to the club, and it will be funded through either club funds or Rotarians that are willing to sponsor members to join through the Young Adult Initiative. And so my next topic is, what is in it for the Plano West Rotary Club? You know, what is in it for you members? So we're a service first club, and in order to accomplish more service, we need more members. And membership is at the core of Rotary and the Rotary Foundation. It fuels it with supplies and manpower to serve and promotes Rotary at the grassroots level. And when Zain was talking about surveying some members, we found that a lot of you had joined Rotary from being invited from a family member or a friend. And so we really want to continue that as a way to expand our hold on the younger audience and younger generations through this young adult initiative. And we're going to have them, as we said earlier, participate in committees to bring new ideas for service projects. And this will also increase our capacity for fundraising. And with all this in mind, Plano West Rotary, in order to continue expanding, needs to continue to work on, like Zain was saying, membership. And this initiative is a great way to accomplish that goal that we have.
So if you look at some of Rotary's membership materials and a lot of the things that they put out there, one of the things that they always focus on is diversity. Rotary wants clubs to be representative of their communities and to embrace diversity. And so, you know, as we all know, Plano is a pretty diverse city. And so we want, as a Rotary club, to champion that and embrace that and represent our community. So in order to do that, Rotary needs more women and young people in order to bring new perspectives and, you know, experiences into this organization. And so through the Young Adult Initiative, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're, as we stated earlier, we're going to be seeing a much greater diversity in the age demographics within this club. And we'll have new voices, new enthusiasm, new perspectives, a new energy into this club. And so it's really going to bring in a lot of, and going to embrace Rotary's strategic goal of diversity. And so that's something that's really important. And that's a core component of, you know, one of the reasons why we're doing this to begin with. And so now I'm going to move on to, you know, what's in it for the young adults. So some of you may be wondering why we're even doing the Young Adult Initiative when young adults can already join or may already be a part of a Rotaract club, right? So firstly, the RI Board of Directors approved dual membership between Rotary and Rotaract, so young adults can participate in both. But more importantly, to really get to the why of it, within Rotary, there's so many opportunities available to young adults that are not available through Rotaract. And so really, being a dual member, you can be supplemented some things in Rotary that you don't have in Rotaract. And obviously, the reverse is true as well. But for example, being in a Rotary club offers young adults, you know, specific leadership opportunities. As you can see, Bianca and I taking on roles as like the public image and membership chair. And so in order, and I briefly touched on this earlier, but in order to bring young adults and want to have them join this organization, they want to have their voices heard within the club. They want to be respected, and they want to, you know, get engaged in the leadership. And so by joining Rotary, young adults will get this leadership experience, not just within the club, but also within the district. Young adults will have the opportunity to participate in district leadership roles, such as the district Rotaract chair. Additionally, members that join through the Young Adult Initiative will have increased opportunities within, say, participating within district committees. For example, I'm hoping to eventually participate in the district membership committee, and this experience as membership chair is very informative. And, you know, we'll try and build up some of these experiences leading into that. District 5810 also participates in, you know, there's district grants, there's global grants, there's multi-club service projects. There's a lot of different initiatives. There's also a lot of support for international projects. And so by bringing in young adults as Rotarians, it's going to be much easier for them to find something that they're passionate about, potentially secure a district or a global grant for that, and you know, be able to get involved in really large scale projects around the district and around the world. And so, you know, taking this whole Young Adult Initiative is almost like an entry point into young adults, into the world of Rotary, into all the opportunities that there are. much beyond anything that they could do on their own, right? It's all about collaboration, and there's just so many opportunities available within Rotary. Not to mention, Rotary offers so many resources that are available exclusively to Rotarians. That includes, you know, training modules, video courses, training from Toastmasters. If you want to learn how to write a speech or deliver a speech, there's resources for that. There's so many resources that come through the power of a My Rotary account, and that's something that Rotarians and young adults that join Rotary will have access to.
So one thing that we are not requiring is, you know, perfect attendance. We all know that even just you and me every day, we have busy lives sometimes, and we may not be able to make every single meeting. And so most young adults that we're trying to target are going to be busy with college classes, or maybe they just got out of college and are trying to secure their first job. And so we don't want to kind of scare them away from joining and serving with us if we're saying, oh, well, you have to attend, you know, every single meeting. So we just want to focus them on being part of serving with us and having a lasting impact on our community. Another really neat opportunity that Alex kind of hinted at in the beginning was Rotary Club mentors. So our goal is to be able to pair these young adults part of this initiative with an already existing member from the club as their mentor. So having a mentor while involved in Rotary will allow young adults to have guidance on their Rotary and career paths and just everyday life. So some life guidance. And being part of the club and having a mentor will allow these young adults to also have a very neat opportunity for possible internships or experiences that will give them a leg up and help them personally develop. And, you know, since I'm a marketing major, my mentor is going to be Lisa, and she's all into the event business. And I think that kind of pairs perfectly with my degree, because you have to learn how to market certain areas, and it gives me an advantage to be able to see some real life experience and almost kind of like a hands-on kind of approach before I'm actually in the career path world outside of college.
Yeah, and so to conclude, I just want to add that a lot of this is embracing some of Rotary's goals to achieve greater club flexibility, to achieve greater diversity. And so, for example, like, you know, not requiring the meetings and attendance, that's something that Rotary is tried to push out through various ideas. And so that, again, that's just embracing Rotary's goals for greater club flexibility. And the Young Adults Initiative is kind of the next phase for Plano West Rotary Club. I've already spoken to you know, a lot of members here, and they've been talking about how they love the direction that the club is going, and this is just one of the many pieces to the puzzle that our Rotary Club is going to, you know, venture in and explore. This is really the next step in driving membership forward and taking on the next phase of Rotary. And this is not just within the club. If you look within the Rotary world, these kinds of new ideas haven't been embraced as much as they could be. And so the Plano West Rotary Club is going to be, you know, one of the front runners in this whole, you know, type of, you know, in this entire new idea of bringing in young adults, subsidizing the rates, getting them involved within committees. All of these things are things that Rotary has hinted at, but in terms of actual execution, we're going to be one of the first ones to do this. And so I want to thank all of you. I've already gotten so many emails from you welcoming me into the club, saying you're excited to have me and Bianca. And that's just wonderful to hear. And again, this is just something that's truly unique. And I'm really happy that you guys are excited for me and Bianca to lead this initiative, and you're excited to see where the club is going. So once again, thank you so much for everything. I'd just like to open it up now for any questions that you guys have.
Is this like a drop the mic moment?
I think giving everybody a chance to unmute moment.
Yeah.
So I've got a question. How did y'all learn about Plano West Rotary Club?
So I'm so new to Rotary, and all this is blowing my mind still. I had not heard about Rotary or Interact until one of my teachers nominated me to go to RILA, to interview for RILA. So I interviewed, then I was chosen, I went, and I'm so sad that this year's was canceled because of COVID, because it was such an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And it just opened my eyes, and I got involved with Interact, and then I stayed in touch with Alex and Fred, and long story short, here I am.
It's awesome.
And then I joined Interact freshman year of high school. Well, our Interact club wasn't even official. We didn't even have a Rotary club. We just called it the Rotary Club of Lebanon Trail High School. But yeah, I started getting involved with Rotary back in high school. And just throughout high school, I just tried to see the bigger picture. I got involved with the district, and then I was the Interact governor. And so one of the years, Alex was the district Interact chair. And so I served under him. And you know, he exposed me to a lot of different leadership tactics and whatnot. And I got to, you know, learn through experience, you know, what leadership is. So that's what Rotary taught me. And I got to make a lot of, you know, community impacts. And so, you know, eventually I learned about, you know, the next phase. There's Rotaract. Oh, there's Rotary. Oh, there's dual membership. And so Alex kind of connected the dots and said, hey, Zain, you should join Plano West Rotary. And so that's kind of how this opportunity came around. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in real quick, and you guys did a great job presenting. I know I'm a guest here at the meeting, and I'm only a year above the both of you. Yeah, and I know Bianca and I, you served as DECA president this past year, is that right?
I was at Director of Finance.
Director of Finance, yeah. So me and Bianca worked together there, and I mean, that's a testament to the great work that, you know, she's done before this. And listening to the presentation, I think that there's a lot of potential for where they're going. And so I'm actually involved with Rotaract at Purdue in Indiana. And so it's a great organization. And it looks like UTD has a Rotaract. I'm looking at kind of the database now. So I think that's a great springboard for you guys. And I'd be totally down to talk more details at a later date. And we can, you know, kind of get my side of it and then figure out the best way to move forward with what you guys are doing. But I just wanted to commend you on a great work. And I'm really excited for the club and to see kind of how it grows when I come, you know, back and forth between here and school.
Yeah, oh, 1 second, Fred. Sam, if you could put like your email in the chat, and we can send you an email.
Yeah, thank you.
I think Zain hit the nail on the head that sometimes Rotary doesn't embrace, that they don't like change. And I remember when I got in Rotary in '88, we didn't have women in Rotary, but that was probably the best thing that they ever did, was letting them. I mean, I always say that we let women in Rotary to get us organized, but District 5810, I think there's two things that District 5810 really embraced. One of them, the first one really was RILA, because when Milton Kessel was district governor, he came around and he showed this film clip about a program for the youth that was, I want to say, started either in Australia or New Zealand. I'm not sure which one, but and then of course it depends on the people that take that and run with it. And that was Dana, and it was Mark Healy, and then Duff was in on it the year after, I think, that started. But and then the other thing that District 5810 is known worldwide for is their blood drives. And I think the fact that y'all have done your homework and maybe we can, Alex, I don't know if they've had an opportunity to talk with John Mosier yet. He'll be inducted as the district governor shortly, but you know, you get him on board, and with Alex's passion for service and everything, I think y'all have a great opportunity to give Rotary a little bit of hope as far as membership goes, because like Rotary, I was 40, and Steve Lawton, you're shaking your head. I think you probably were in the same range. Mike Walker, same thing. And, but anyway, but we need an infusion of youth and new ideas and somebody that can make Rotary service, you know, that accomplishes a lot for mankind, not only community, but worldwide.
Hey, Alex, before the meeting ends, are we going to start doing face-to-face meetings in July?
We'll probably need to see where the public health officials lead us in that question.
Yeah, I know that had been our plan, but now that I don't know if Plano made the decision, everybody's got to wear masks yet with their city council vote. That's sometime today.
Yeah, that's a case by case. We're basically going to take our lead for public health and communicating with Rotary. So right now we are going to meet via Zoom through July for sure, and we will take it from the experts then. So with that, you guys see how awesome they are? I mean,
that was incredible.
Zain and Bianca, they didn't say it, but while they're doing this, they're trying to start the UTD Interact Club. And they've already worked with their advisor, with the university, but unfortunately, UTD puts a number of barriers to start a club that Rotary doesn't put in there. So they're just trying, but you know, when obviously our club is going to support them, and the Plano Community Rotaract Club is going to support them. And fortunately, their advisors are Rotarian out of the Richardson Club, so he's doing as much as he can. But you know, UTD's got their own bureaucracy that they got to work through. Now, I was so excited about these guys speaking, I like skipped a whole bunch of stuff. And so I wasn't looking at my agenda, I was looking at what was going on. So it's kind of a great lead in, because as Zain talked about, what they're doing is a membership opportunity for us, for younger people and diversity people. Because honestly, you know, right now Rotary's had women for 33 years and we're only at 27% as an organization. From somebody that's worked with youth for years, the majority of individuals involved in community service are women. So we've got a disconnect there. All the younger people are women that want to be involved, so we got to get them in Rotary because they have it. So seriously, Rotary Youth Services is predominantly women. Obviously, RILA, we specifically do it equal. Otherwise, if they just chose, as Fred will tell you, there's always 10 times more girls that qualify, you know, than the boys. It's just amazing. So Rotary is going to eventually get there once we provide a club environment that the youth, women, ethnicities want to be involved in. And that kind of leads into one of the other major initiatives our club is working on. We just received our charter from Rotary International. So we have chartered the Rotary Community Core of Plano Douglas community. And for those that don't know, the Douglas community is a predominantly low income and minority neighborhood of Plano that actually was a former slave town. And there's and David will tell you, you know, his ancestors were part of the original inhabitants, the first freed slaves in Plano. And so they have David's president of a 30-year 501c3 that's a community development corporation that strictly works on behalf of the Douglas community in Plano and Collin County at large. And so we have chartered our charter says we're sponsoring them, no different than a Rotaract Club, Interact Club, to help them do what they do. And what they do is make Plano better. So we're really excited about that. We've been in conversations for a while. A number of their members are interested in Rotary. So that's very excited. So once again, that's going to have an impact to our membership. And more importantly, we're going to have a number of Plano specific service projects that we can participate in. And one of those, which I'll announce, is the back to school supply project we're working on. Just this morning, with a lot of fast and furious conference calls and decisions, we are now partnering with the PISD Foundation. And so they are actually going to be doing a major component of collecting, because they have a lot more resources, the supplies, organizing the assembly days, and then they're going to be opening up an assembly day in not the assembly day, a handout day in the Douglas community. So our club, the other Rotary clubs, the Douglas community, we're all going to be partnering with the PISD Foundation to deliver 1,200 backpacks full of supplies throughout the city. So it's pretty great that we're partnering with them, because why, two hands, we need to work together. And that's really the power of Rotary. We contacted a number of our Rotary friends. They found out what we're doing. They're in leadership, school board trustees, so on. And we connected the dots probably in the last 24 hours. And so we're all working together. So that's an example of the RCC, Rotary Community Corps, immediately making an impact. And we're going to get involved in something from the city level. So I'm really proud of our club for wanting to make these changes. Another thing that I want to talk about is Julia Lynn, who founded our Clark High School Interact Club. She actually contacted me proactively saying, hey, I had a friend that went through RILA and Rotary sounds awesome. How do I start an Interact Club? And Plano West Rotary adopted them, supported them, and they have achieved a Rotary citation every year that they've been in existence. Well, Julia now is the president of the Plano Senior High Interact Club, woot woot, and we have now entered into a co-sponsor agreement with the Plano Rotary Club. So our two clubs will be sponsoring the Plano Senior High School Interact Club together. And for those that know her, Carol Mobius, she's going to be the Rotarian advisor for the Plano side. And on our side, Bianca, Plano Senior High School alumni interactor Valerian, is going to be their Rotarian advisor. Hopefully Bianca and Julia could get along. No, I'm joking. They do. They worked extensively and interact together. So it's just exciting what we're doing as a club. And before we leave, we're going to obviously leave in 4 minutes. Something that I want us to always do is always think about the foundation. The foundation is how Rotary serves the world, and it also serves locally. I'm exploring the opportunity of a global grant in the Douglas community. The need is there. As Glenn knows, it's very complicated, but we have the support at the district and at RI. We just got to go through it. But we have a lot of people on the call that may not know much about the Rotary Foundation. So I want to show a short video before we leave.
A single act of good can go a long way. It can cross oceans, cure disease, and create equality. As members of Rotary, we are people of action, and our actions have the power to speak loud and clear. We choose to see what's possible for our world and take action to shape it into all the good it could become. Through our commitment to peace and justice around the world, we've seen its boundless potential firsthand. We see it every week across the globe as more than 35,000 Rotary clubs bring together women and men with leadership skills and diverse perspectives to unite communities around a common purpose. We're investing in programs that deepen cultural understanding while addressing the core causes of conflict so we can reduce violence and build trust. We believed the most important investment we'll ever make is in people, training young leaders to thrive and be resilient. As the Rotary Peace Centers thrive and our 60-year collaboration with the United Nations continues, the impact of our peace-building efforts is even further amplified, giving the voiceless a platform to speak for themselves and helping Rotary find potential in unexpected places. Today we invite you to see what's possible, because when we gain new perspectives, we have the power to change the world. Learn how you can support the cause that means the most to you.
Hello, I was muted. Rotary Foundation is something we're going to spend a lot of time on this year, and we have a great committee of Joy, Glenn, Clarence, Kent, and I, and we're already accomplishing things. So we'll be hearing a little bit about it throughout the year. So in final comments, I want to say next week, we're inducting 5 new members. I'm also going to be presenting our club vision. I'm calling it Vision 2020. A lot of it you guys have already heard about, we're implementing, but I kind of want to lay out the entire year. So we got to, not to hear me, to induct our new members. This is exciting. 5 new members in our club is just a very exciting thing. So with that, I would like to turn this over to Lisa, who is going to lead us in the 4-way test. And before we do that, let me see if I could get it showing here. Take it away, Lisa.
All right. Of the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Rotary.
Rotary.
Rotary. Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. This was a great meeting, exciting meeting, and look forward to talking to you throughout the week and seeing you next week. Bye-bye. Be safe and healthy.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.